There's been huge cultural change in the last few decades. Same-sex marriage would have been unthinkable 20 or 30 years ago, and now it's almost universally accepted in the Western world. And then suddenly, as if out of nowhere, the issue of transgender is the next big social cultural issue that's come to dominate the headlines, not just here in London, but all over the world. So how should Christians think about sex and gender in a world that celebrates our freedom to choose? How should we respond to all of this, not just in the media and the wider culture, but closer to home in our communities, families and churches? And how should we respond to someone who's transitioning gender or has already transitioned? And what if the sense of not fitting with the sex of one's birth is a deeply personal one for us? How should we respond? What light does the Bible shed on this complex and deeply personal question? I hope this short book will give you an overview and a starting point for constructive discussion as we seek to live in a world with different values and love, serve and relate to transgender people. It doesn't have all the answers to everything, certainly not. There's no way we could do that in such a short space. But as we start to look at transgender through the lens of the Bible's big story of creation, fall, redemption and glorification, we'll begin to see how we can make a thoughtful, wise and loving response that is distinctively Christian. It's very important to remember as we think about this subject, we're not just talking about issues, but people, precious individuals, each created and loved by God. People who, like all of us, are lost without Christ. And this isn't just a book to read. We hope to help you start talking it through with each other as church leadership teams, as ordinary believers. Use the discussion guide to get to grips with this question so we can get better thinking biblically, acting wisely, and relating lovingly.